Yeah, hello. Yeah, good morning. Okay, good morning, guys. My name is Promise Uche, and I want to take us through a short journey on a discussion I titled "Never Use an Influencer to Promote Your Business Without Doing This." Okay, and my premise is very simple: how to choose the right social media influencer to promote your business, products, or services. Good. Now I think influencers are amazing. Influencers are really amazing. Okay, they really affect the growth of our businesses, especially when it's a startup business. They really affect the growth of the business. Okay, but there are a few things you need to get at the grip of your hand before picking a social media influencer to kind of influence your or promote your business. Okay, and that's exactly what we want to talk about. That's exactly what we want to explore together. Okay, so just stick with me as we do this. Good. So let's start with this. Now I'm going to just run through a list that I pulled out from the internet. Now these are the top 5 Nike athlete endorsements, the top 5 Nike athlete endorsements, and we have Michael Jordan at the top of the list. Of course, we all know Michael Jordan. He's an NBA player. 100. He's the worth of the endorsement is $100 million. We have LeBron James. He's also an NBA player, and the worth of the endorsement is $30 million. We have our own Cristiano Ronaldo. He's a football player, and the worth of the endorsement is $30 million. We have Kevin Durant. He's an NBA player also, and the worth of the endorsement is $30 million. And we have last on the list our very own Tiger Woods. He's a golf player. Okay, so when you go through this list, what comes to your mind when you go through this particular list? It's simple, very simple. Nike is all about authentic athlete performance. Nike is all about authentic athlete performance, so it's easier for them to find and attract authentic athlete performers. Let me take that again. Nike is all about authentic athlete performance, so it's easier for them to find and attract authentic athlete performance. Performance versus performance, because when you go through this list, these are the guys who want to be like, want to be like Tiger Woods, want to be like Cristiano Ronaldo. So they're influencers, no doubt. But what makes them the best option or options for Nike? It's simple. Nike has a brand promise, just like every business has a brand promise. Nike has a brand promise, okay? And the brand promise for Nike is to offer authentic sportswears to sport athletes. Now they've been able to whittle down their brand promise to authentic athlete performers. Okay, they've been able to whittle down their brand promise to customers or users such as authentic athlete performers, so it's easier for them to attract such performers. Okay, now I need to establish a fact, and that is, as a business, you have to, number one, understand what your business stands for. What does your business stand for? Even if it's a startup, what does it stand for? And then, why does it exist? Why am I saying this? Because when we understand the concept of how this works, it's easier for us to attract social media influencers that can promote our business. But not just any social media influencers. Now social media influencers are amazing, they are good. Okay, I hope to be one someday, but not just any social media influencer. You really have to attract or work with social media influencers that have confluence of values and confluence of brand promise. Social media influencers that have confluence of values and confluence of brand promise. Okay, so you have to really stick to the brand promise and find assets. It could be physical assets, it could be mental assets. Find assets that will add to the brand promise. Okay, because every social media influencer has a brand promise. That's the truth. Every social media influencer has a brand promise. As a matter of fact, it's as a result of their commitment and their overtime consistency on implementing on their brand promise that qualifies them as a social media influencer, because they've been able to increase their fan base. They've been able to increase a base of loyal fans, okay, which now qualifies them to influence the thoughts, influence the actions of people, and ultimately qualifies them to be known as social media influencers. So every social media influencer has a brand promise. Every business should have a brand promise, okay? So in working concurrently with social media influencers, you have to first of all realize what your brand promise is. You have to realize what your brand promise is, right? And then look out for social media influencers that have the confluence of values and confluence of brand promise, okay, that will add to the overall image of your business. Wow, this is deep, because this means you don't have to go out for every and any social media influencer you see. Just because someone has 100,000 followers doesn't qualify the person to be a social media influencer that will promote your business. So there has to be a yardstick, there has to be a parameter, okay? And at the top of that parameter, we have values. At the top of the parameter, we have values. At the bottom of the parameter, we have fan base, okay? Now, fan base is really important, okay, because you have to really have a platform, a pedestal to build on. So fan base is really important. I'm not trying to downplay the importance of fan base. All I'm trying to say is you want to get results that will translate to more cash in the company's account, or brand equity, or reputation capital. To get any of these results, you have to stick with social media influencers that share same value with you and share similar brand promise with you, okay? And it's easier for you then, because you now have to just ride upon the pedestal that they've already created. Okay, now I'm going to suggest a book to you, and I'm doing it because I need you to, and my challenge to you this morning is to be very, very intentional about how much every dollar you spend on marketing. To be very intentional about every dollar you spend on marketing. And for you to do that effectively, I'm going to recommend magnetic marketing. Magnetic marketing, I believe you could see it. Magnetic Marketing by Dan S. Kennedy. Now, this book is built on the concept of robust commitment to having a result on every dollar you spend on marketing. Because if your marketing doesn't translate to one of many options, which is sales, to generate sales into the company, or to it could serve as a magnet. There's something called lead generation magnet, which means it might not bring sales instantaneously, but it serves as a magnet that can attract sales ultimately. It could either be the first option, which is to generate sales, or it could serve as a lead generation magnet, or it could be working in favor of building what we call brand equity. Reputation capital is an asset in business, okay? But if your marketing doesn't do any of these, you really might want to reconsider your marketing strategy. Okay, so this is the result of a good job on quality product, a good job on marketing, and a good job on athlete endorsement, okay, which in brackets could be called social media influencer, whatever you might want to call it. Quality product plus marketing plus athlete endorsement, in this case Michael Jordan, results to $100 million in revenue within the first to second fiscal year of having such endorsements. Wow, this is deep. Okay, so you really want to know what your business stands for. Then why does it exist? Afterwards, what's your brand promise? Okay, when you get the grip of this information, it's easier for you to find social media influencers that have confluence of values, confluence of brand promise, okay? Because when you do that, it's easier for you to build upon the fan base that they've established over the years. Okay, now the last point I want to pull out as I wrap this up is one thing I find loads and loads and loads of entrepreneurs doing, which I think is wrong, and that is the idea of marketing to everybody. I've often asked business owners and entrepreneurs, okay, who are you marketing to? Who are your target audience? Who are you looking to market to? And I'm really amazed at the response I get. Things like, okay, we are looking to market to everybody, okay, or we cater to everybody. I'm going to say nothing as regards to that, but one thing I want to say is this: when you market to everybody, the chances are you're marketing to nobody. It might sound like something that is not realistic, but that's the truth. When you market to everybody, you often market to nobody. Okay, so you really want to know whittle down, right? You only want to whittle down your audience. Try to streamline it. Okay, these are the people we're looking to market. We're looking to market to this particular kind of people. Okay, when you realize that, then this is what we want to deliver to them. This is our brand promise. This is what our business stands for, right? This is why our business exists, to solve this problem in the lives and the businesses of these people, this kind of people. Okay, when you do that, it's easier now for you to now find social media influencers that already share a confluence of value, right, and already share brand promise, okay, that will affect and influence the people you're looking to market to. Pretty much simple, but it's very, very effective.